CVTV live from the Channel Partners Conference and Expo floor, and joining us right now from NUSO, we have the Chief Revenue Officer, Ryan Henley. How you doing, Ryan?
Good, good. Thanks, Brady. We really appreciate the opportunity.
How's the show been?
You know, it's been great. We've got a great position. I'm fortunate to be up near the front, which is a great place to be. Traffic-wise, it's actually, it's been a lot of energy and a lot of people coming by. So we're really excited.
Okay, great placement, great booth for sure. Now with NUSO's application suite, how does that kind of power businesses and government agencies and education systems to better communicate with customers and constituents and students and all that stuff?
Sure, yeah, it's a good question. So, we are very fortunate to have every possible combination of communications technology that a business or a government or an educational institution would need to communicate with their customers or constituents or their stakeholders. So everything from the contact center, an omni-channel contact center with all the different channels that you would need to communicate with customers, down through an informal contact center if you're a smaller organization, the unified communications suite so you can communicate with your own internal stakeholders and vendors. And then we wrap all of that in a couple of interesting things. We also have a compliance recorder, so we're answering the increasing risk that evolves around regulatory compliance for things like PCI and GDPR and CCPA, all these regulations that are popping out. And then the other unique thing is that we underpin all of that with the U.S. industry's only inbound calling redundancy platform. Because of where we sit in the ecosystem, we're an IP-enabled service provider in the U.S. That allows us to make changes to move traffic away from issues that happen in the broader PSTN. So if an issue happens, with an incumbent's network in a particular area, we see that. We use some machine learning and some AI technologies to kind of watch and monitor the network. We see that happening. And then we bounce those numbers away from that troubled area, and we can do that within 120 seconds. A lot of times, customers don't even know there was a problem in that area. So that underpins all of those technologies that I was talking about before.
That's really impressive, Ryan. That's really cool. And I'm sure there's a whole lot that goes into that. Now, let's talk about MSPs. The opportunity in particular to shift from being a trusted advisor to maybe more of like a business advisor. How can NUSO help facilitate that?
Yeah, I think that's an incredibly important shift that many have made, but not everybody has made it. Yeah. As technologists, we grow up sort of enamored of the technology, right? You like the tools of the trade, but we have to remember that we're here to solve business problems. And so as we think about the technologies that NUSO has to offer, the contact center technologies and the risk management and the compliance recorder especially, we can help businesses grow. Increasingly, competitive landscape here in the U.S. Customer service is an incredibly important part of winning and keeping customers. So if you have an omni-channel customer experience, you're meeting customers where they want to be met. That's leveling up your customer's business, not just giving them a tool a technology tool that's neat. It's really about elevating that customer's business. And then on the compliance recording side, as I mentioned before, with all the different regulations that are coming into play around payment cards and HIPAA and GDPR and CCPA, and if you go overseas, you're talking about GDPR and the whole pastiche of regulations in Europe, you've got to be compliant with those regulations, and it's a very scary prospect for companies. We can help offload some of that burden with our compliance recording solution.
And that can definitely be a bear, I know that. So let's talk about, and there's been a lot of buzz about this, by the way, Ryan, the unique inbound calling resilience. Yes. Huge for NUSO, right?
It is, and it's as I said, it's one of it is the U.S.'s only inbound redundancy platform with NUSO, and it underpins all of the things that we do. So our contact center, our informal contact center, our UCaaS platform, the compliance recording, all of that is backed by this inbound redundancy platform that we have because of where we sit as an IP-enabled service provider. Very, very unique to NUSO. It's one of the things that attracted me 18 months ago, and it's still unique to this day.
Now, if people want more information, where can they go?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come see us if you're here at the show. We'd love to chat. NUSO.cloud. Please come visit us online or reach out to us on LinkedIn. We'd love to hear from you.
All right, there you have it. And that is booth 1347. By the way, if you are here at Channel Partners, thanks for the time, Ryan.
Absolutely. Thanks again. We appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, we do as well. And once again, this has been CVTV live at the Channel Partners Conference and Expo with our good friends at NUSO. Take care.